Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Here we are, Coffee Talk on Thursday, May 7th. It's May 7th, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and just in case anyone's wondering, like, oh, how do you know? Oh, because I'll look at our calendar. There's Sandra, there's Dave playing cornhole. Yep,
And
Thursday.
is that Pauline in the back?
Yes, that's Pauline in the back. Good call, Sandra. Awesome. Here we are. I'm drinking water. Anyone else
I'm
drinking
drinking
something?
tea.
I've got tea too.
So we hope that those of you who are watching, and we know not everybody watches in the morning, but whenever you're watching that you're taking, when we're sitting down, it's a good time to stay hydrated. And if you get sick of hearing that, I sympathize. My daughter's sick of me talking about it too, but it really is one of the best things we can do for ourselves is just to keep, stay wet inside, you know?
So true.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you're getting your if you're getting like a coffee drink, that's okay. You know, as long as that also includes some water or some tea with liquid in it. Anybody eating anything? Sandra or Julie, are you eating anything?
Not right now, no.
No, me neither. Sandra? Sandra's
I
got her
have
gummy bears.
Gummy bears. I can't help it.
You
They're
love
so
those.
cute.
You love those.
I do.
I
I
just
like
had
the
a-
worms.
I just had a couple hard-boiled eggs. And let's
No,
just
you're eating healthy.
let's just talk about hard-boiled eggs for a second, because our guests and their families may have a tip. Maybe one of you do. So I boil the way I do hard-boiled eggs, and I know everyone's got their way, so I'm interested to how you do it, is I put them in the cold water, bring the water to a boil, and then I hard boil for 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I do. About.
How do you do it, Julie?
Well, how do your eggs come out when you do it that way?
Hard-boiled.
Okay.
Are they
easy to peel?
beautifully yellow or they got a green?
No, they're totally yellow. In fact, and they're a little like dark yellow so that they're not too, no green. But to the
Well, then
question,
you're doing perfect.
what Julie's pointing out is, are they hard to peel? Usually not. Usually, and what I do is I dump the hot water immediately. I immediately flush them with cool water, dump that immediately, and then I put another layer of cool water so that they're cool. I'm cooling them down quick.
Yes, to stop the cooking. Yeah.
Yes. And that seems to make it easier to peel, because this morning I didn't do my method properly, and my first egg, it was like a psychological disaster trying to peel it. Took me 5 minutes.
Yes. And I've also, and I've tried this before. I think it works, or maybe it doesn't make a difference, but adding salt to the water, I've heard helps with the peeling.
Mm.
Whether or not that's actually true, I don't know, but
You add salt to your water?
I do, yes.
And do you ever have trouble peeling?
No. So I feel like it's a technique that may work, or maybe it doesn't, and maybe it has effect at all, but I've heard that and I've done that, so.
Do you also do the cold water rinse immediately after you cook them?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, to stop the cooking, yes.
I'm gonna start adding salt and see if, because I mean, I've been eating hard-boiled eggs this whole time that we've been inside, and this was my first hard to peel egg, so which makes me think that the cold water rinse helps make sure that I can peel it. But
Right.
I'm gonna try salt too. There's nothing worse than it's all like, you know, the cracking.
Tiny pieces, and yeah.
You're peeling
yeah.
out chunks of the egg when you peel off the shell, and it's like, I hate that, the wastefulness of it, because the egg is so small anyway.
Right.
Do you roll your eggs to break up the shell, or?
I like on the shelf, and then I roll it on
Yeah.
the counter. But it'll be interesting. So if anybody watching this has any tips on hard-boiled eggs, please let us know. They're so
I've also read if you get your water boiling first, then put the eggs in, because of that quick temperature change, that membrane, that's on the inside there, that when we're peeling it makes it come off almost and like a whole shell. It comes off so easy.
But the drawback of that method, Julie, have you noticed the drawback to that method? Because I know what you're saying.
That the egg could crack right there in the boiling water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not all of them would, but yeah, that is definitely a risk.
Ah, the risks. Cooking our eggs.
Taken with
I bet there are many methods that have been tried.
Yeah, I want to hear them. So if somebody watching has a good method, please send us an email or put a comment into the YouTube channel, because I feel like this is a question of the ages.
Yeah. Everybody wants to know how to boil the perfect egg.
Yes, everybody wants to know. All right, so Sandra, do you have a birthday to share with us?
I do. I got a couple of birthdays to share. The first one I want to share is Gary Cooper's birthday. Gary Cooper was born on May 7th, 1901. Unfortunately, he passed away May 13th in 1961. He was best known. Let's see. Oh, here's a picture of him. Let me make it bigger.
Let me share the screen, Sandra, because I think it's easier for people to see when I share the screen rather than if you hold up.
Oh, there's the man. Yeah.
There.
That's Gary. I believe he was in To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yes.
He was in silent movies. He was in The Virginians, A Farewell to Arms, Mr. Deed Goes to Town, Meet John Doe, For Whom the Bell Tolls, High Noon. I thought he was in that, but I don't see it listed. The Pride of the Yankees. Through his career, he sustained a screen persona that represented the ideal American hero.
Okay, well, Gary Cooper,
Gary
happy
Cooper.
birthday.
Yeah, the other birthday that I picked up on, and I'm wondering if you guys remember this one. In a second, I'll find him.
Remember, I have a picture of
Where's
him ready too, Sandra.
Oh, good. Gabby Hayes. He was in the B Western movies, kind of a jokester, cranky old man. He was born in 1885 and he passed away February 9th, 1969. There he is. Remember him? He was in the Hopalong Cassidy movies and the Roy Roger movies. He did a lot of those. He, let's see, he was married. Wow, he was married to Olive E. Ireland. They got married in 1914 and they were married till 1957. That's a long marriage.
So that's 43 years.
Yep.
Yep. And I think we've got guests who have been married 50 plus years.
That is just so impressive.
Yeah.
So those are my birthday peoples.
Those are some good birthdays.
Yeah.
Let's see. So today, and remember, folks, unfortunately, we can't play music because YouTube won't let us post this on our site if we do. But today, Beethoven's Ninth Symphony premiered in Vienna. And many consider that his greatest work. And I know we have several classical music fans out there. So today would be a great day. Not that you need a reason, but if you wanted a reason, you could play the Ninth Symphony today in honor of its premiere in Vienna back in 1824. That's almost 200 years. Amazing.
Wow. Yeah, that is amazing.
Talk about staying power.
Mhm.
And then another kind of like classical composer, what's his birthday? Tchaikovsky was born in 1840 on this day. So again, those of you classical music fans, Tchaikovsky's birthday we can celebrate today. So if you have any of his albums, CDs, I doubt anybody has cassette tapes anymore. Play one of those. And we don't know what maybe you each may be celebrating today in your households. There may be like family members' birthdays or anniversaries or just stuff that you're up to today that's important to you. You could be planting certain seeds today, cooking a special meal. We're interested. We're specializing in pregnant pauses apparently this morning. Julie, help me out here.
Yeah, I was
That was
adjusting.
good one. Testing.
I was adjusting on my, I don't know, something about this window or something. I have a hard time seeing right now out of both of my, so I was just trying to adjust. Let's see here. Glenn Miller and his orchestra recorded Chattanooga Choo Choo in 1941.
Okay, what is that? Chattanooga Choo Choo.
Yes. Pardon me, boys, is that the Chattanooga Choo Choo? Remember that one?
No.
Oh, come now. I bet our guests know it.
Sandra, where would we be without you? My goodness.
Yes, I agree. I
I'm all well.
doesn't sound familiar.
Really? I
No.
gotta remember the next line.
In Chattanooga, all I can tell you, I know Chattanooga is in Tennessee.
Oh, it was like a big band like era song. It was like the sisters sang it. The guys will know. We'll have to ask somebody. Post on this because yeah, Chattanooga Choo Choo.
Yeah, you got to back.
Choo choo me home.
Okay, we have other, even though we have Sandra, so even though we can't play the music, maybe Sandra will keep singing.
Yeah, we want me to do that.
In 1946, Sony is founded. It is now one of the leading manufacturers of electronic products.
What did they
That seems
make?
early to me, but
Yeah.
1946, wow.
Yeah, their name is still very well respected, isn't it? Sony Electronic Products.
Yeah.
I feel like my first stereo was a Sony. Did either of you get the stereo? I got this when I was a teenager. It was one unit. It had the record player on top. It had a radio and it had 2 cassette players in it.
Yes, all in one.
Yep. And so you could record your records onto a tape or record one tape to the next.
It was the most exciting thing to be able to do that.
Yeah, I remember doing that on the top 40 and
Yes.
you sit there and wait for your song and then push it and hope nobody made any noises while you taped it.
Yes.
So you can create your own music playlist.
Oh my
Right.
God. I would just like and I'd be making all these, like, so I had one tape, put it in, record to the other tape, then pull it out. And I had another song I wanted to add from the other tape.
Yes, there was
Yes.
a lot there were a lot of steps involved.
My 7th grade teacher would record the top 40 every weekend. And then if we were behaving in the class, she would play it in the background. So we'd have the top 40 playing while we were doing our work.
Okay, so here's the
Fun.
thing. I'm wondering like what of our guests, like which guests remember the top 40? Because we may remember it. I know my parents remember it, but I feel like we're like recording the coffee talk for us. In 40 years, this topic is going to be a great coffee talk topic. Like, remember doing tapes? Because I wonder what our guests did. Because I feel like for my dad, I don't know what you remember, but my grandparents had, they had some records, but they also had like 8-track.
Yeah,
I don't know what you do with 8 tracks besides play them.
that's all you could do, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Radio.
I think the technology just wasn't there yet to
Yeah.
record from the records or the 8-tracks or the cassettes. I don't know if the technology was there yet when it was
I don't think it was, because I think it was mostly records. And then like, remember, so there's the records. So I guess there's the records, and then there were the little, what were they, 45s?
right.
Mhm.
And you would
33s
stick
and
that
45s.
thing in the record player so that the 45 would hang on, that little round piece in the center.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Or you'd have that cylinder, that whole cylinder piece that would go down over, and you could load it up with like 5 or 10 or 12 33s or
Yeah.
45s, and they would release one at a time.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I remember that. I actually have a record player, and it's pink, and it has a handle, and the 2 speakers are, on the sides, and it looks like a suitcase. So you undo the
Yeah.
top, and the vinyl
We want to
player,
see it.
and then the speakers are on the sides. You can like take your record player wherever you want.
Julie, Irish, is it at your house there in Conway?
It's actually in North Freiburg.
Okay, well, maybe at some point, maybe we can see it. That sounds really cool.
Yeah, I'll definitely make it a point to.
And do you
snap
have
some-
records still?
Yes, we still have records. Lots of 33s.
See, this is the disadvantage to minimizing. I like just got rid of things like, but it would be so fun to have like old records and whip out the record player.
I know a lot of people are actually doing that.
Yes.
It's like
Mhm.
really coming back. Vinyl records are really making a comeback.
And there's been people who have like kept it up. Like I remember when my dad when I got that stereo, it was a big deal. My dad was like, records, get records, Anna. Don't just rely on tapes, get records and copy them to tapes, because you'll always have the record. So he got me into that. And then as time went on, like even 20 years ago, I can remember vinyl was still really like, there's been like a subculture of vinyl records this whole time.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And we have that wonderful record store in Conway that has only been open, I'm not sure how long they've been open, but it's fairly new at the near Bees, in that same parking lot of Bees.
Oh, really?
It's a vinyl record store. Yep.
Hey, I wonder if he buys them.
I'm not sure. Lisa and Dan is her husband.
I'll have to check it out, because I just inherited a lot of old albums.
Nice.
And some of them I definitely should bring in here, because I think the guys would really enjoy them.
So now that we're talking about local business, it reminds me just to make public that we reached out to Aroma Joe's by Shaw's, and Aroma Joe's gave us coffee and cups and trays for tomorrow's drive-through cookie share. So, which is really nice. So just to give credit,
Oh,
shout
nice.
out, thank
Yeah.
you to Joe's for supporting the Adult Day Center. That's lovely. And to remind people that are watching this, come by between 10:30 and 11:30. Somebody asked a good question. She said, are we supposed to bring cookies? And I realized that maybe by calling it a share, people think they have to share with us, but no, we're just sharing with you. Nobody needs to bring cookies. We're going to provide the cookies.
Yeah, I agree.
Between 10:30 and 11:30, just drive up. We'll have things organized. So one at a time, you come to the portico and we'll give you cookies and some coffee if you like, and some muffins. So the cookies can be for later. You can have a fresh muffin. So
Great.
fun. And we know a lot of
Yeah.
you are coming, so we're excited to see your faces.
Yes, so excited.
This
That
is
was great that Aroma Joe's did that.
I know. It was really nice. So let's see if we have any other, like, this is a pretty good coffee talk. I like having coffee talks where it's like more current events as well as the old events, like talking about local businesses and stuff.
Yes.
So, and that would be interesting to ask those of you who are watching this. Like, I would be interested to know which local businesses you're going out of your way to support. I know some people have restaurants that are very close to their heart that they're making sure to order carry out from, you know, but there might be other things that people would share if we were all sitting together.
Right.
So again, feel free to share that in the comments at YouTube or to bring it into the Zoom later today.
Good point. Good point.
So do either of you feel compelled to share anything else from the history list?
Nah.
No.
No. All right. How about Julie? You want to say the joke?
Sure, I'd love to.
Give us a joke, Jewel.
Jokes about German sausage are the worst.
They're the worst.
The worst.
Yeah.
As in WURST.
Mhm.
Awesome. Well, everybody, thank you for joining us.
I know. Thank
Have a
you.
great day, and I can't wait to see everyone tomorrow.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Maybe we'll see you on Zoom today too at 1. Have a
Oh,
wonderful-
definitely.
Yeah. All right. Take care.
Bye.